2023 was my biggest year for coasters yet. 41 new credits, taking my total count to 75. And if you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you know I'm obsessed with credit counting and my stats. I have this huge spreadsheet. By the way, if you'd like a copy, it's available for just $2 or free for Buy Me a Coffee members. Check out that page in the description. But as the year draws to a close, it's time to talk about my credit stats so far as of the end of 2023. I'm very curious to see how these will change as I travel more in the future, so we absolutely will check back in at this time next year. Without further ado, let's get ready for some nerd stats. So let's start with the basics. My total credit count is 75. I have ridden 193 kilometers of roller coaster in total. I've taken a total of 381 laps on coasters, and I have ridden 261 inversions. 71 of my credits are made of steel and 4 made of wood. Now let's kick this video off by looking at the top 10s for each of the major stats. Height. Currently I have 3 credits that stand 200 feet or taller. The only full circuit hypercoaster I've ridden is DC Rivals, which sits in third place at 62 meters or 202 feet. Big Air is just slightly taller, and Tower of Terror still holds top spot as a former tallest coaster in the world. Screaming Condor, Diving Machine G5, and Wrath of Zeus all break 50 meters. I want to address the Diving Machine controversy. While it's a clone of Oblivion, the ride's structure juts out over a cliff, so while Oblivion's drop goes underground, Diving Machine's doesn't, and that makes it structurally taller than Oblivion. So there. 55 meters or 179 feet. The 2 Maura Skyloops are tied for 7th, Giant Splash finishes 9th, and there's a 3-way tie for 10th between Gold Coaster, Superman Escape, and Insane Speed, all at 40 meters. Length. My 6 longest credits all break the 1,000 meter mark. DC Rivals is the longest at 1,400 meters or 4,593 feet. Steel Taipan comes in second, just ahead of Giant Digger, thanks to the additional length of its reverse spike. Tokyo Space Mountain, Wrath of Zeus, and Leviathan are the other 3 that are over a kilometer long. Black Hole 2000 places in 7th with 974 meters, which is 974 too many. Gold Coaster and Scenic Railway are tied for 8th, and Roaring Timbers rounds out the top 10 at 890 meters. Speed. Tower of Terror once again blows away the competition here. 161 kilometers an hour, or obviously 100 miles per hour, the first ever coaster to do so. Magic Mountain, eat your heart out. DC Rivals and Wrath of Zeus tie for 2nd place at 115 kilometers an hour, or 72 miles per hour, so a bit of catching up to do. Screaming Condor's launch hits 113 kilometers an hour, and Diving Machine G5 rounds out the top 5 at 110. Big Air places 6th, then there's a 3-way tie for 7th between the 2 Maura Skyloops and Steel Taipan, which all hit 105 kilometers an hour. And Giant Splash is 10th at a strangely specific 101 kilometers an hour. Inversions. I have 2 credits with 5 inversions each, which are obviously the 2 Vekoma SLCs. 4 credits with 4 inversions, the 2 Blue Fire clones, Rolling X Train, and Insane Speed. Wrath of Zeus and Abyss both have 3 inversions, and I have a bunch with 2 inversions: Buzzsaw, Gold Coaster, Green Lantern Coaster, Big Dipper, Black Hole 2000, and Project Zero. Weirdly, I've only been on a couple that feature just 1 inversion: French Revolution and Gravity Max. Age. I need to stop riding record breakers. They make the rest of my top 10 look pathetic. Scenic Railway opened in 1912 and celebrated its 111th birthday this year. Coming in next is the Keith Monorail, which you'll soon learn more about. It was built on this location in 1980, making it my 2nd oldest credit at 43 years old. The rest of my top 10 is a spread of 1980s coasters: Space Mountain, the Green Valley Farm roller coaster, Dragon Coaster at Everland, Big Thunder Mountain, Rolling X Train, Soulland's Crazy Mouse, and French Revolution, with Black Hole 2000 rounding out the top 10, opening in 1990. Manufacturers. In terms of manufacturers, there's no contest again. Vekoma are responsible for 20 of my 75 credits, which is over a quarter. It's amazing to think that 1 in every 4 coasters I've ridden was a Vekoma. The rest of the major manufacturers: 11 Intamans, 7 Marks, 5 Zamperlas, 3 Arrows, 2 Gerstlauers, 2 B&Ms,
and a partridge in a pear tree.
My most ridden roller coaster is DC Rivals. I have a tendency to marathon it whenever I'm at Movie World, 25 laps so far. I also marathon Storm Coaster and Jet Rescue at SeaWorld's Carnival once, so they rank highly. My time working at Luna Park Sydney means that Big Dipper, Wild Mouse and Boomerang all make the top 10 as well, and the empty park at Janthus and Fancy World means Insane Speed and Diving Machine G5 also both make the cut. Tower of Terror and Green Valley Farms roller coaster are the other 2 in my top 10 most ridden coasters. In terms of parks, it's a 2-way tie between Dreamworld and Movie World. I've gained 6 credits at each of those parks, although I expect Dreamworld to briefly take the lead again in January when I go up there for Big Red Boat. And lastly, the country count. 35 of my 75 credits have been right here in Australia. That includes the 30 currently existent coasters, 4 defunct credits, and 1 travelling credit. 17 credits in Taiwan, 15 in South Korea, 5 in Vietnam, and 3 in Japan. So those are my roller coaster stats as at the end of 2023. Next year is going to be absolutely huge, so I expect these stats to completely skyrocket, so I'm already looking forward to making another of these videos in 2024 to see how it's all changed. Thank you so much for watching, please consider liking and subscribing, and I will see you next time.